Speed is a measure of how fast or slow an object travels. Mas malaki ang value ng speed kung mas malawak ang distance na covered ng isang object. For example, we have a car traveling 80 kilometers in 1 hour. On the other hand, we have an airplane traveling 800 kilometers in 1 hour. We know that the airplane traveled faster. In most vehicles, it is unlikely na ma-maintain nila ang kanilang constant speed over time. So in this case, we will be using the term average speed. To find the average speed of an object, we simply divide the total distance over the elapsed time. Take note of the word distance. We can also write it this way, S equals d over t. Before we proceed to velocity, here are some key terms. Speed is the rate at which distance is covered over time. And average speed is the rate at which total distance varies with the total time taken. Kung napapansin ninyo, we have been encountering the word distance in our discussion about speed. It is because speed and distance are both scalar quantities. They only have magnitude and no direction. Aside from average speed, we also need to be familiar with another type of speed which changes or fluctuates from one instant to another, just like what is seen in our speedometers when we drive. This is called the instantaneous speed, or the speed at an instant or a point on the path. This speed varies quickly depende sa kung gaano kabilis kang nagmamaneho ng iyong sasakyan. Now let's proceed to velocity. It is simply the speed of an object with direction. We can find the average velocity by dividing displacement over elapsed time. Kanina sa speed, we used distance. And now, we will be using the displacement, which is a vector quantity. Because of this, velocity is also a vector quantity. We can also write it this way. Average velocity equals displacement over time. Halimbawa, let's find the average velocity of this green car. To find the average velocity, we simply use the formula average velocity equals displacement over time. Paano nga ulit hahanapin ang displacement? It is simply the difference between the final point and the initial point, or 80 minus 0, making the displacement 80 kilometers. And the time is 120 minutes or 2 hours. We have 80 kilometers divided by 2 hours, which results to 40 kilometers per hour. Since we are looking for the average velocity, we need both the magnitude and direction. Meron na tayong magnitude, but we still need to find the direction. Saan ba papunta yung car? It is to the east. The complete answer would be 40 kilometers per hour to the east. Before we proceed, here are the key terms that you need to take note. Velocity is the speed of an object in a particular direction. Average velocity is the distance traveled in a particular direction per unit time. Take note, velocity involves distance with direction or displacement. If we have instantaneous speed, meron ding instantaneous velocity. It refers to how fast or slow an object is at a given instant and in what direction. You can estimate it by looking at your speedometer and using a compass.